video brought to you by Coffee Brand Coffee. It's the best coffee branded coffee that's coffee that's branded coffee. It's coffee. It's really good coffee. You should check it out. Go to coffeebrandcoffee.com. Use promo code VETS. That's VETS VETS. Get 10% off. Coffee!
I have a knife in my foot, Sergeant.
Oh, yes. Of course. That's it. The knife. What is your name, soldier?
Spitty Riker.
No. Your name is Private Idiot. Do you know why?
Because I have a knife in my foot.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday, and welcome to Knife Hands here on Vets Talking. Hey, you got it. All right, let's do that again. You're late. Gotcha. What? All right. I hope everyone's doing well. The world is burning down again, but we're just going to talk about it, make fun of everything, and hopefully have a good enough time that we can get some shit off of our chest. Unlike, not literal shit like Dermy probably has on his chest, but yeah. Big Rob, how you doing, man?
What's going on, my brothers? I'm doing all right. Another week down, so that's always good.
Yeah,
but doing all right, man. Just crazy week in news, and I got a lot of stuff to get off our chest, I guess.
Yep. Freaking civil war breaking out down on the southern border, and fucking FBI hiding all kinds of shit from Jan 6 with the fucking pipe bomb. So weird. They don't want to talk about a pipe bomb. It almost killed Kamala Harris. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think, Devil?
I think it's all shit. The world's going to shit. We're in the shit.
Wise words, my friend. Wise words.
Yes, this is true. Jesse, the common nerd. How you doing, man?
Good. Tired. Don't get a lot of sleep right now. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
That's your own damn fault for reproducing.
Hey man, somebody's got to make up for everybody else. I don't know what else to do. I mean, come on, it's like me and Elon out here trying to save the whole next generation and the population single-handedly. So we got this. Don't worry, guys. We got this. No, but yeah, it was great. I heard there's gonna be a civil war tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited to watch the Fed not do a damn thing because they don't have any balls.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. My theory is that it's not a matter of the Fed, it's the psychos who are actually running the White House, because we know it's not Joe Biden. So those psychos don't understand violence, and I think they'd be willing to make it happen. So anyways, like I said, we'll get to that. But first, I'm going to say hello to a few people. Venom Blade popping in. Has memorial for his brother tomorrow. So thoughts and prayers to you, buddy. That is not easy. Terrible, tragic accident that happened. And I really appreciate this. I did reply, and he replied back, "Your show helps me through it." And that means a lot to me, man. That really, really does. That as soon as I saw that, I'm like, dude, I'm just happy I can help in any way, shape, or form. So I appreciate the fuck out of you, man. Bubba motherfucking Ford popping in, y'all. Hey, what's up from the boot state? The bottom of the boot state. Which one's the boot state? Is that Florida?
I think so. I would assume.
Oh, no. The boot is Arkansas and Louisiana. So he's in Louisiana. Is it Arkansas and Louisiana? Yeah,
no idea.
Yeah, because those two form a boot. Yep.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, there's actually Louisiana. There's one of those college football rivalries. They call it the Battle of the Boot. It's between Arkansas, University of Arkansas, and University of Louisiana.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you're seeing it. It looks like a boot. Yep.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Well, yeah, because that was like the thing. The states up the center always looked like a chef. Like a chef, like if you ever looked at it, like Iowa kind of looks like a face, and you've got like Minnesota sitting on top of it, kind of looks like a chef hat, and like Kentucky looks like he's like, or it was either Kentucky, I think it's like Kentucky that looks like he's holding a dinner plate. It's actually kind of wild once you see it.
Now that I've never heard of, but I'm gonna have to look at that.
I don't know why we thought it was Florida. That's not shaped like a boot at all.
Well, no, that's America's wang, is what Florida is.
My apologies.
What's up, Tim Hayes? GR coming from the great state of Texas, where civil war may break out any day now. David P, hail to you. JB, what's up, JB? Jesse's in the chat. Tom W, good evening, vets. Good evening to you, Tom. See Vince G, howdy. And David P, knowing is half the battle. Well, I should get that one too, but all we have is this for now. Clifton 3D, Missouri. Okay, so Missouri does count as part of the boot. Then that would make sense. I could see that. Yeah. All right. I don't know if anyone else is gonna be popping in. I think Gal's gonna be showing up at some point here. We're talking about the what's going on down in Texas, but I want to talk about January 6th and the pipe bomb that everyone has forgotten about. Actually, there's two pipe bombs. One's dropped off at the DNC, and one at the RNC. And mysteriously, for years now, I mean, we're on 3 years as of this past Jan 6. For 3 years, no one has wanted to talk about it. The story is completely squashed. Kamala Harris never even will admit that she was in the DC building. She constantly tries to imply that she was at the Capitol building, but she was in the DNC building, where this quote-unquote pipe bomb very well could have killed her. Now, have any of you ever heard of any Democrat at all that doesn't try to play victim? Is that ever a thing?
No.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Seems to be the standard operating procedure of the Dems.
Look at what AOC did. AOC was in a completely different building from the Capitol, but she wanted to play victim. So she lied and claimed she was in the Capitol building so that she can claim she was a victim and almost died. That is the DNC fucking MO.
Also, if they literally found pipe bombs, why wouldn't they presented those? Those would be, they're trying to spread this narrative of that this violent crowd breaking into the thing. You think if they literally could sit a pipe bomb down in front of like people as evidence and say, this is what they were doing. You guys say they were peaceful. They literally planted IEDs, but they never have. Why not?
Well, okay. So to be fair, this is the device. This is the device at the DNC. Now, I could not find a picture of it, but Dan Bongino shared a photo. This looks exactly like FBI dummy pipe bombs that they use for training. I mean, to the fucking T.
This actually looks like something I've seen on an Acme cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a kitchen timer.
Yeah, a little
Little-
egg timer on the front of a fucking
Come
pipe.
on.
It's just,
Now here's another thing. So now here's the reason that we're talking about this, because the Republicans who are in charge of the House finally released some video, the actual high def video. Well, I mean high def, but at least it's actual full color, full speed of the day after when it was found, and we're gonna look at that. But we've never, still to this day, have never seen that clear image of the bomber dropping it off. Now, so that's the whole reason we're going to go into this. I've got a lot of details we're going to get into. So here's one thing also. I'll show the original video that the FBI put out of the supposed quote unquote bomber who dropped the bomb off. And here's the original video that we all saw that the FBI put out. Let me pull this up. This grainy, low, what is it called? Like it's like 8 frames of. Yeah, look at it. It's
low resolution.
yeah.
Look at this. It's not even full speed. Now, there's a lot of things you can point out here. Now, this area over here, this bench that he's about to sit on, it does correlate with this picture. So right behind this, the bench, the side where he's sitting on, this device was dropped off right behind that leg back there. Notice a few things, though. I don't see at any point in this fucking video when he could have dropped it off. And I'll point out why. Because if you back up, he has this bag in his left hand. I thought maybe he would not have thrown it with his right hand. So I thought maybe he might have crossed it across his body to toss it in here. But you never see him do that. There's nothing in his right hand. The bag is in his left. Then when he sits down, you never see him pull it out to drop it.
Yeah.
He pulls out his cell phone right here. He's doing something on a cell phone. And then he's going to walk away with the cell phone still in his right hand, bag in his left hand. When the fuck does he drop this thing off?
Is this what they used for the trial, the J6, whatever? Not the trial, but the J6 hearing?
They never used this. No, in the January 6th hearing, they never mentioned the pipe bombs. Not fucking once.
Well,
Probably because they knew it was bullshit.
It was fake.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't stand up to scrutiny. And here's the thing. Is if you were legitimately trying to set off some sort of explosive device, would you make it look like what everyone assumes a pipe bomb looks like? Or would you put it inside of a package? Would you not bury it in the dirt so people couldn't see it? If you were literally trying to hurt people, you wouldn't just set a pipe with a fucking egg timer on the front right out where people can easily see it.
Yep. No, you're 100% right on that. 100% fucking right. You wouldn't just leave it out there in that fucking fashion. Here's another thing, though. Let me pull this picture back up.
I mean, you would put it in like a bag of trash or in another backpack or anything.
Yeah. Trash can.
Yeah, something to cover it up. I mean, you could put it in a grocery bag for all we care. But here's the thing. So this thing was dropped off actually late in the night before on January 5th. And they said that when they found it, it had something like 20 minutes left on its timer before it blew up. What's wrong with that? Because this was found sometime like 10 o'clock in the morning on January 6th. Tell me, somebody's got to figure out what's wrong with this.
Before anyone was there, it would no one would be in the building.
Because
that time, right?
that's an hour-long fucking timer.
Yeah.
That's an hour-long timer. It was dropped off, like, let's say midnight, and they found it at 10 o'clock with supposedly 20 minutes left. Let's go 10 hours. So it sat there for 10 hours with a 1-hour timer that had 20 minutes left on it.
Didn't I heard something about that 20 minutes too, that it just so happened that was when they found it, it was 20 minutes to the inauguration or something like that. It was
timed perfectly for when the riots or quote unquote insurrection started. When both these things were found, both of these pipe bombs were found around the exact same time, supposedly right when the certification process was starting for the election. So here's the new stuff. Here's the new stuff we're going to point out. All right. Here's the video that they released of the camera coming from across the street. Look at the clarity on this sucker, huh? Look at all this. It's perfect fucking full color, perfect speed and everything. Okay, so these two parked SUVs over here on the right side. This is Capitol Police, obviously the white one, and Secret Service in the black one. Now, you're going to see a person walk up here in just a minute and go talk to these guys. Not that. Where is he? There he is, right there. Person in black is going over here. And what he's doing now is he's informing them that he saw the pipe bomb over there under the bench. This guy...
Is he just some rando or is he...
Here's the thing. Turns out he's off-duty Capitol Police.
That's convenient.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh. That's not sus at all, is it? He just goes over here real casually, goes around, talks to the cop on this one side, then casually goes over to the cop on this side, and then he's just going to walk away. Now, you would think if somebody just reported the fact that there's a pipe bomb under the bed, and look, he's walking back, he's walking over here to the Secret Service now, in fucking sight of where that bomb is. He's just like 5 feet away from this fucking bomb, and he has no problem standing there. Now, you would think that if this was the case, if all this was happening, these guys might be a little reactive, right?
Yeah.
Look, and now he walks away back in the direction where the bomb is.
And not just that, there's people walking towards that. Wouldn't he be like, no, get back, everyone, get back? Like he would, if he's a police officer, he'd be warning people to get the fuck away from the area.
Yep. No, look, the
Where's
cops
the relation to that bench?
So, okay, you see the grass over here? That's next. Yeah. Okay, and the bench is just on the other side of this patch of grass.
Okay.
So remember when we saw the supposed bomber, he was walking from this direction where the SUVs are over to this park area over here. And still, they're still just sitting there.
Oh, there goes a freaking another police that just went hauling ass by.
Yep, but he's not reacting to this. He's going off somewhere else. They're still sitting there. They're not. I'm going to fast forward because it. Look, still okay. Now, finally, someone's getting out of the vehicle. No urgency. I'm going to jump ahead again. Now they're just standing there.
I'm not a police officer. I'm not in law enforcement, so I can't tell to exactly the procedure. But I'm pretty sure that if you're told there's a bomb, you coordinate, you get people out of the area, and then you call the bomb squad immediately. The bomb squad will be there as fast as they could. It's not like they have 40 bombs going off at a time. They just sit there waiting for these particular circumstances, but yet no bomb squad. Isn't that
guy just put his mask on? Do you see that?
Yep.
Of course it did. It's Washington, D.C.
Yep.
We have to be careful for the coof. The bomb's okay, but the coof, that's what we have to worry about.
So still, no urgency, nothing whatsoever. I'm going to fast forward again because it's taking so fucking long. They're letting all these vehicles drive by. This thing could go off at any time. Kamala Harris is in the fucking building, totally, supposedly at risk of this thing blowing up and killing her, the soon-to-be vice president of the United States. Fast forward again. Now, all of a sudden, the camera moves. So here's another thing we're going to point out here. Someone's operating the camera. Someone is behind that camera and is operating it. So what does that mean?
That means
last night, somebody would have seen that dude supposedly drop off this freaking bomb.
Yep, with the clear camera.
Yep, even with the clear camera. So you see, this bench right here is the one that he sat at. So right behind this leg, right here is where that bomb supposedly is. They zoom in. I guess obviously this person doesn't know where it is. Here's the thing. There's even video of them bringing the bomb disposal fucking robot and all that shit. So they really do fucking go through the dog and pony show to take care of this thing. This is, obviously this person doesn't know where it is, focusing on that. But so at this point, obviously this is when the cops did call this in. Now I'm going to point out something else. Very convenient. Is anyone familiar with these bird scooters? Or bird, and there's another type out there where you rent them and you drive them around.
They have them in Atlanta too.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm aware of how this thing works. Every single night, these things get collected up They put them in the back of a truck or a van or whatever, and then they restation them in certain places around the city. You'll see like 5 or 6 of them all lined up perfectly all together. Why wasn't this one picked up? Why did this one sit here all night and all morning in the exact same place? Because it was in the video. The grainy black and white one we just watched, it was in that video.
Yeah.
My suspicion is that scooter, was that scooter there on purpose to be some sort of a marker? I know that's not their theory, but it makes no sense to me why that scooter didn't move.
Those scooters don't always get picked up because I don't know how it works in DC, but with the program they had here and they had down here, it was people essentially volunteered to pick them up and charge them at their house, and they got paid to do that for like picking them up and charging them at their house and then putting them back out there on the street. So, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but also at the exact same time, it could have just been got one that got left behind. But exact same thing. I don't know how DC's system works either. Who knows? It could be it could be a government contract.
You know what I noticed?
What's that?
Guy who told the cops about the bomb, it oddly had the same build and height as you.
Okay.
You know what gets me about this is the lack of urgency in response in those first few moments that you played this video. Like, I mean, even still,
look, people still walking by. Yeah. Go ahead.
So when we were overseas and we walked into
kids,
oh my God.
They're letting a group of fucking kids walk by a pipe bomb.
Yeah, and they look totally unconcerned.
Yeah,
like whenever we were operating somewhere overseas and we found a explosive device in the building that we were running around in, it would go over the network like, hey, there's a bomb in here or whatever. And the frantic reaction of everybody to get out of that location, like immediately, like we're seasoned guys who deal with this a lot, and we still react in a certain way because we know there's a live ordinance like in the compound. Why was that not on display here with all of these civilians, all of the special or the Secret Service, the police, the people inside the building? Like there was no reaction. None whatsoever.
None.
That is
right now. The Secret Service is completely inept, allowing the principal being the person, their protectee. Their principal is in danger right now with a fucking pipe bomb right here, and they're not getting around it. What's the first fucking protocol when the Secret Service, when their protectee, the principal, is in danger? They get them the fuck out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah.
No, they're not doing anything. And by the way, I did completely fuck this up. Look at this. It just occurred to me. I'm looking at this picture. No, you can see the bush. So this thing is, you can see this cop right here. He's going there and he's taking a picture. And you can see like he's doing
and he waves.
Look, he goes in there, he snaps the photo. So once again, now it is actually located behind this bench over here. So I was wrong. When in that video did we watch that dude walk by and go anywhere near that other bench?
See, and that's what I was thinking too, because the way it looked like it was positioned in that bush, he couldn't even have got to that bush from the bench we saw him set on, especially concerning the fact that he's sitting on the end that's all the way close to the street. Yeah. He's nowhere near that bush the entire time, unless he's fucking Houdini.
Yeah, and like I said, any cop they're not supposed to approach a bomb. It doesn't have a digital timer on it, so they had no idea how much time. If somebody tells you a bomb, you, like I said, you get to a distance, you make sure no one enters that area, and the bomb squad is the only one who's able to approach that bomb. That you as a cop, you don't go, I'll go check it out, Sam. Hold on here. You don't have the knowledge nor the ability. You just make sure the area is clear so no one gets hurt. Why were they all walking around that area? They had no business being there.
No, it makes absolutely no sense. That picture, all they wanted was a picture of the bomb. That's all it was. And look, you never see him. Like I can assume maybe he tosses it. You don't see that.
Yeah. You
don't see that. As soon as he pulls his phone out and he uses both hands to fucking type on the phone.
And in what
Picks
world
up the bag, walks away. That fucking bomb was over here in the corner behind this bench over here. He never goes near there.
And anyone would tell you, you don't throw a bomb. Even if it's really securely made, you don't throw it.
And that's the only way. That's the only way he could have planted it was by throwing it from where he is right there. No.
But yeah, if it like missed the frame and like he quickly tossed it, I would. But yeah, not to throw a freaking homemade pipe bomb.
No. If he was gonna plant over here, he would have sat on this bench over here and casually dropped it. But he doesn't do that. This is not the guy. This is not the person who fucking dropped this thing off.
Let me ask you this. You know how they got what do you call it? Geo fencing or geo tagging on
geo fencing. Yeah.
Like, shouldn't they be able to pull this up? This dude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where his cell phone is. Yeah, the geolocation. So nothing. Ping it off his cell phone.
Yeah. They know exactly who this guy is. Yeah. You're absolutely right. With all the technology they have, they know exactly who this guy is. And there is other video, or other pictures at least, where they show this guy because they tracked him all over the place. They showed the exact same guy. You can tell it's the exact same guy, at least by the hoodie and the bag that he's carrying. And he carries the bag the exact same way all the time, just in his hand, which is so weird. Who the hell carries a backpack in their hand? But he carried it for blocks. He walked all the way around this other block, walked over to the RNC, and dropped the other one off in an alleyway back there. Yeah, none of this adds up.
Almost like to make it a point of him carrying something instead of just slinging a bag, looking like a normal person walking down the street.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I talked about this before. That part of America is probably one of the most camered up places.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
There is a camera on every corner. There is no way that if they had footage of him that they couldn't track every step he did and find where he got in the car, find where he was heading, who he talked to, if anything like that. They would have a whole bunch of evidence that could have already had this guy in cuffs. There's just no way. They would have seen him from so many angles, so many camera views. It's bullshit.
So here, finally, they're moving the vehicles now without the vice president. This Kamala Harris is still in there, but they're going to keep the vehicles safe. Let's move the vehicles out of the way. Still no urgency. Just taking a sweet time. Now finally the cop shows up. Now they're officially cordoning off the area. Let's casually move these fuckers away. Yeah, and that's it.
That's extremely bizarre behavior.
Yeah. So it makes no damn sense. None of this makes any fucking sense whatsoever. And then here's the thing. Let's see.
You know what this feels like?
What's that?
You know the concept of like a red team?
Not familiar. No.
So basically you have a group to act as the bad guy and go out and try to do some kind of terrorist attack or some kind of mission against like your security. And so like you go through the motions. I don't know how much. So in my old job, we would do this in different places around the country in plain clothes.
Mm-hmm. And
you basically go and try to accomplish a mission as a normal person and as a red team. And that's what it looks like, because it's almost like they knew it wasn't real, but they still had to go through the motions at like contacting the security camera, contacting the additional police, contacting the robot, and going through the motion, and then having this fake ass looking pipe bomb. So, but yeah, the red team is just like it's like a simulation of an attack.
Yeah,
from a hired team.
And there's more, man. So National Archives asked Secret Service to probe deleted texts. The Secret Service deleted texts on January 5th and January 6th. Now, why would they do that? The Secret Service had to respond. I'm going to scroll down here. Their response to why on January 5th and January 6th they deleted texts from their official phones. Where is it? I cannot find.
Secret Service responded by telling AP that the insinuation that
here
the
it is.
Secret Service, yeah,
As part of a device replacement program. That means they were going through the process of replacing all the Secret Service's phones. Let me ask you, what do you think that maybe the biggest day or time period for the Secret Service would be? Maybe around election time.
Yeah.
So do you think that's a good time that they want to replace all their phones? Around the biggest, around their Super Bowl is what it is. And that's the time period when they're going to start replacing the fucking phones.
Here's the thing. Even if that was the case, and it just happened to line up with doing this, right? Because before, it's never been really a big deal. There's never been really a problem on this kind of day. It's just kind of something that everybody went through the motions on. But as a person that's handled military records and military filing, you don't get rid of anything for like decades.
No.
There would be no excuse whatsoever to erase those phones to where all the information on them was just gone. Now, if you're cleaning the phone out because you're going to throw it away or dispose of it, yeah, but that data's got to go somewhere. That information has to be backed
it
up
goes to the
somewhere.
National Archive. It goes to the National Archive. All that data. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's the same thing. Just like our transcript with the military and everything. Everything that we do gets archived for at least 50 years. It has to. So let's let's all tie this up in a nice little bow now. So we have them for all this time now, keeping this secret. Kamala Harris is not playing victim. Even Joe Biden doesn't want to play my new vice president almost died. Had that opportunity.
Yeah, you feel like they would be using the shit out of that, right?
Exactly.
You have crisis go to waste.
You have them not refusing to show us any clear images of this guy or when they place a bomb there. Looking at that, we just looked at that. It does not look like that dude dropped a fucking bomb there. The bomb looks exactly like FBI training dummy bombs. It was sat there for probably about 10 hours with a 1 hour timer on it and never went off, even though they claimed there was still 20 minutes right when the certification process was about to start. Now, why would they want to cover this up? Why would anything like this not be something that they would want to talk about? Let's look at what happened around that time period. What was about to happen when the certification process was about to go? It was about to be challenged for the mail-in voting. And we have a lot of data that shows that the mail-in voting was very compromised. So when there's an operation that goes down, usually you don't just go with one single plan, right? Rob, when you do an operation, you have your primary, you have secondary, and even tertiary.
Yeah.
There's always options. There's always backups to make sure that you succeed at the mission. This looks like they planned on the quote unquote insurrection at the Capitol to be their primary mission to disrupt the certification process so that they can't talk about the mail-in voting issue. And this was their plan B. In case they were not actually able to stir up that crowd and cause that violence and have them go into the Capitol to make this situation, to shut down that certification process, it looks like this was their plan B, their secondary plan. So if the riot didn't happen, then these bombs were about to be found. And then they were going to have to call out, there are bombs at the RNC and DNC, and we need to get everyone the fuck out of here because there's an ongoing threat here in DC.
Yeah.
But something went wrong. When the plan, either something went very fucking wrong, or they just didn't need this to happen now because the riot did happen at the Capitol building.
Yeah.
Mostly peaceful.
I wanted to on that last topic you guys were talking about, the devices getting exchanged. So in the military, you remember when you would do life cycle, like when a computer or something got to its end and you would do these life cycle changes? So you'd have like a laptop and it's reached its 2-year life cycle, and you'd have to go and give your laptop to the to J6 or S6 or whatever. They would get your old laptop. They would make sure all the data is pulled, and then they wipe and destroy the hard drive. So that if you have classified information, but information is always preserved. Like you can't just like delete a device, especially a government device. Doesn't just get wiped indiscriminately, right? Even on a basic, Secret Service agent or whatever. I would hope not. So that's very bizarre. And like, it's a text message. There's a cell service. I mean, there's got to be a trail of it, of whatever missing texts there are. Yeah. Just because it's not on the device doesn't mean it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, and we know for a fact from like leaked documents inside of all the cellular companies that they save every single text message that's sent in their databases.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I would assume that these may be some, there may be some security features on these devices, it being Secret Service. So, I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that's the case, but in any case, we do know that there is no sense whatsoever that they would do a device swap or anything like that around this time period. So let's assume, we're just assuming that they did delete those text messages. Why would they do that? What was the Secret Service talking about at that time period? And does it have anything to do with the fact that they didn't give a flying fuck the fact that there's a pipe bomb sitting right there? They let kids walk by. They let Kamala Harris be in danger sitting in that building. Is all that in the text messages that they deleted?
You know how Big Rob, you said it looks like a red team situation?
Yeah.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like one of those really shitty reenactments they do for like TV shows, where it's like they assume stuff. They don't really research how it is. So the cops will be like sitting there, like just acting completely not any way that a cop would act, but it's all like and overreacting too. They're all like, oh my God, look at the body. Oh my God. And it's like that. It looks, they're not taking anything seriously because they know it's all a big joke and stuff. And they're just supposed to be there to go through the motions and stuff. And so, yeah, it just looks like some fake ass fucking video being made right in front of us, but we're supposed to take it seriously. This is a threat to our democracy.
Absolutely.
It's kind of very.
But no, January 6th and the insurrection, that was the real threat to the democracy.
Venom.
Someone quick pass me some tinfoil.
Dude, for real, man. But come on, like you would have to assume like worst case scenario is all the agents, the Secret Service agent and the Capitol Police were in on it, right? Like if you're going to assume like the most extreme. And not only that, the person behind the cameras, like they also have to be a part of the plan, right?
Yep. I know it's so difficult to assume that all of these people would be able to remain silent.
Yeah, and that's why I keep going back to the red team, is because like whenever we would do something like this, that we would inform local law enforcement that we were training in the area. And so they would know if they came across something that looked weird that we were doing, we would, explain. So they wouldn't really react as you would react normally if it was an actual threat. You're just like, oh, okay, those are the guys doing the training thing. But we have to go through the motions of questioning, detaining, booking or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like to me. And that's just from my experience. Like if they knew this was part of like a training thing, but then they turned it into something else. But even still, you'd have to, somebody's got to know something. It can't just be some random pipe bomb. Like,
do you remember after January 6th, the news coming out of the large amount of Capitol Police who were committing suicide after January 6th?
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's because they weren't allowed to say something and something really bad happened that they could not face with their conscience anymore.
Maybe, man.
Or
now I'm really gonna get my tinfoil.
Did they know? Did they know Hillary Clinton?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more like they got fight.
Maybe they got a call from Hillary's people.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird how they found you from a tree with a double shotgun barrel blast to your chest. Apparent suicide, clearly.
Yeah, like I hate the idea. Like, yes, put your tinfoil hat on, right? And it's all conspiracy, but Like, I really don't want to think that our elite Capitol Police and elite Secret Service are that inept and that fucked up.
It is, though. I mean, you look at what happened with the insurrection at the Capitol building. We know damn well that they not only did they let them go in, they were encouraging. They said, "Hey, you guys, come on in." There's other video because, like I said, the House, the Republicans have released a lot of that footage that we didn't see. There is a video of one of these individuals who was a provocateur who was smashing windows, and you later see the exact same guy alone in a corridor with two Capitol Police. They fist bumped each other, and there was something going on with the dudes back. The fucking police officer even corrected something in this guy. They gave him a fist bump. They're all buddy, and he went on his way. Why? Why would the Capitol Police be buddy with somebody who just smashed a window, cause actual violence, and then they got fist bumps and all that good shit? Almost like they knew who this guy was, and they knew he wasn't an actual insurrectionist.
And also it wouldn't be. Tell me, even if they were doing one of those red team type situations, would the Secret Service ever allow you to do a training type thing like that with their, like you called them, the primary, within range of that? No, because something could happen. What if somebody panics and she gets hurt in the process? They would be like, no, you can't do a training exercise. We have the vice president in this building. Till she's out of here and it's secure, you're not doing any training around here. So they couldn't even sit there and say, oh, it's just a misunderstanding. It was a training thing. That wouldn't even work.
And why would you do a training exercise when you know there's about to be this assembly? Look, like I said, I was there in DC for January 6th. I was not the Capitol building, just to be clear. But that was a 3-day event. People don't realize this. That wasn't organized by this. I think the organization was called Stop the Steal something. It was an official event with multiple events over 3 days, multiple stages of people like Mike Lindell and all these other hardcore Trump providers, big famous people. I think Don Jr. Gave a speech somewhere. Now it all came down to the final event was at the Capitol building. That was a planned event for months. That after Trump's speech, then everyone's going to go down to the Capitol building. Trump did not tell people to do that. That was already a planned event. So the Secret Service, the police, all of these people knew there was going to be a gathering at the Capitol building. So why would you run an exercise during a big event like that, where there's potential for violence?
Yeah, everyone. Adam was there, but he would never went to the Capitol building. He was in DC to buy a new egg timer. That's all.
Damn it, devil.
I'm just gonna keep beating that.
Thanks, boys and girls. This was fun.
All right, I think the FBI's knocking on my door. I gotta go, guys.
If Adam had a dog, all of a sudden his dog starts barking in the background. All of a sudden he turns white. Ooh, shit.
They really
my
wanted
door
that
just got kicked
coffee.
in.
FBI, open up!
Oh, you fucker.
Adam's butt puckered a little bit there.
Oh, Rob, you bastard.
That one, I push the button. That still gets me every time.
It sounds so real.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, my heart got pounded a little bit there. So, to wrap this up, look, man, I know, this does sound like a crazy conspiracy theory, but just try to look at it from, just look at the pure evidence that we just provide. Don't look at this as being it's too extreme, it's too out there. Just consider the possibility and look at the evidence and just think rationally. Because there are just the skeptics out there that will refuse to believe anything like this could possibly be real. It is not out of the realm of possibility. We have an intensely corrupt area. DC is so fucking corrupt Look at the DC police commissioner. She is a radical leftist. And it's not beyond the realm of possibility that she will nitpick who she's going to hire. Only radical leftists, people who are willing to go along and actually believe that that Trump is an existential threat that needs to be taken care of no matter what. It's not outside the realm of possibility that these people can all be in on it.
Yeah, and well, it's like we've seen before. You have cops during COVID who were completely going against their morals and stuff. Slamming people against the ground and arresting them for not having a mask on and stuff. Why? Because it is very convincing when somebody threatens you with your career, with your pension, with putting your family, losing your income and stuff. That's very potent. So all they'd have to do is have the right people in there who, one, agree with them, but two, they know would never go against risking their like I said, their entire career to tell the truth. And it very well could get them to maybe do what you were talking about. Two, it's everyone's seen here saying, well, how could that possibly happen? How could the erection have happened, got taken, right? It's the same thing. We're not saying this is definite. We're not saying we have absolute proof. This is proof and it happened. No, we're just saying, can we ask a question? And it's the same thing. Like I said, they wouldn't let us ask questions about the inconsistencies about the erection. Why the hell? And now it's the same thing here. We're just pointing out things that are like a little hinky and asking questions, and we're not supposed to do that either. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just shut up and accept. Don't ask. Don't question.
At the end of the day, whether or not like the theories that have been appraised this evening are accurate or not, whether you believe that or not, the evidence that they're presenting you doesn't explain their narrative. It doesn't back up their narrative.
Not at all.
So whether or not what Adam's saying is true or not, or what we've been talking about with the other stuff tonight is true or not, what they're saying doesn't make sense based on the evidence that we looked at this evening. And until they show us something else that proves their narrative, we're just asking questions. We just want to know the truth above all else.
Exactly. There's another thing too. The individual who supposedly found the bomb and reported it, off-duty Capitol Police, super sus. I can't remember who it was. One of the high-ranking individuals. It was the FBI. It was the FBI director, was asked directly by Congress, "Did you ever interview that individual?" Because you could see he told the cops and then he just walked away. He would not say that they did. He would only repeatedly say the political answer of, "We did a very thorough investigation and we questioned everyone." No, did you question him? "We did a very thorough investigation and we questioned all the people who were involved." No, did you question and interview that individual who found the bomb? And he would not say yes. Meaning they never did. Nope. They never interviewed him. They never got his name. They supposedly never got his name, although somehow we know he's an off-duty Capitol Police. Also, I was going to point out, I'm not going to bother playing the video. You look, they blurred his face out in that video. Why?
Yeah.
Again, like you guys saying,
servant. There's no.
We're just asking. He's a public servant. He's a cop.
Yeah.
They didn't blur out the face of anyone else there. They didn't blur out the face of any of the cops that were out there.
They would if he was an undercover cop or something. They might because of that thing. But what are the odds that the undercover cop found a bomb?
Yeah. Undercover bomb.
And here's another thing that pointing that out, it just triggered in my head. Why the hell wouldn't they take it more seriously? If you have some stranger, somebody with, come up to you and say, "I think I saw a pipe over there that kind of scared me," you might be a little nonchalant about it because what does that person know? But if they would have came up as an officer, they would have shown their badge, because you still have your badge on you. It's, and they would show their badge and say, "I'm an off-duty officer. I just saw something over there that resembles," and they would be more serious about it. They would take it like you said, they would have moved those cars immediately. They would have cordoned off the area. They would have got her out of there immediately because it's an officer that's giving them this information, not just some unreliable source.
Yeah, you're right. If it was just some Joe Schmo just coming up and they're going to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. You saw a pipe bomb. Okay. No. But another thing also, they immediately, well, not immediately, but you did see that they obviously contacted whoever was operating the camera and they panned over and zoomed in, meaning they knew there was something there. Yeah. That they even called it in and had them do that. Yeah. So, yeah, man, like you're saying, we're just asking questions. Why do we still not know who this person is? You're absolutely right. The geofencing would have been able to track him the entire fucking way. They said apparently, I know that they said, I guess they saw him get into a cab, which means they used his phone. We even saw him using his phone right there. They've got the timestamp. They know exactly where this guy was at that time. So there's no way in hell they couldn't geolocate that individual and identify him immediately. So they know who he is. Why won't they tell us? Why is Kamala Harris denying or trying to hide the fact that she was in that building? Why was she even in that building in the first place? This is another question that Dan Bongino was asking. The certification process that she was about to be certified as the new vice president, as the first female vice president of the United States. Why wasn't she at the Capitol? Why wasn't she there for that historic moment? Why would she be at the DNC building? And then why did she deny that she was there and try to claim she was in the Capitol building instead, when she could have played a much bigger victim, having almost got blown up by a damn pipe bomb right outside her fucking office of the DNC? None of this makes any fucking sense. None of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Wild.
So, yeah. By the way, yeah, shout out to everyone over on Rumble. Jembone, I see you, buddy. Yeah, Ray Epps. Another thing that's a fucked up one, too. Ray Epps. We got people who are spending years in prison right now. He finally got a court date and he's off on probation.
Yep.
Why is he the only one who's not in jail right now?
We literally have video evidence of him inciting the crowd,
telling people to go in the building.
Yeah, literally have video evidence of it.
Makes no sense.
But on a slightly lighter note, remember that thing we were talking about earlier?
What thing?
About the shape of the states.
Oh,
see
yeah.
What I said about it looks like a chef. He's even got a pan out there with fried chicken.
I've never seen that.
That's not what I'm seeing, but all right.
No, Kentucky's a piece of fried chicken, you pervert. My God.
No, that's his wang. Yeah.
What's below it? Has he got it like in a dish? He's got it like in a serving?
Yeah, he put it on a plate. He put it on a plate.
It's so damn heavy. He has to carry it with a pan. Yeah. Actually, it looks like the figure of like a bear, I think, more than anything else.
Well, because you've got like Minnesota's is like the chef's hat, and then you got was that Iowa or Indiana or whatever? Yeah, no, Iowa that looks like the face. And then of course Missouri looks like a stomach. Of course it does. And then Arkansas, you get the leg, and Louisiana, you get the boot. So yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
What's being circled? What was being circled by the other states over there? What was that supposed to be?
Oh, that's the square, because that's where the four corners meet. Yeah, that's where the four corners meet. So.
Yeah, you can stand in 4 states at one time or whatever.
I've done that when I was younger. It's very.
I've driven through that area. I never even thought to stop there and do that. That would have been cool. Check
it's
out.
It's in the middle of nowhere, and there's like this little like bronze shield or whatever. And
I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation.
Yeah.
They did it in that one.
I always remembered South Park, or not South Park, The Simpsons did a thing where they're standing in where 5 corners meet and all the families all stand there but there is no area like that. There's no 5 corners. But.
Les Grossman original over there on Rumble says beer balls bear
balls.
Ball on a platter.
Oh shit. All right, so I think we've talked. Damn, we managed to talk about that for an hour. I knew that was going to go for a while. I've been listening to Bongino talk about this for so damn long. And that's another thing. Bongino is, he's former Secret Service. And even he is saying that what happened there made no fucking sense. None. No fucking sense. What's up, Unfolding Joker, over on Rumble?
It's just frustrating that some people just cannot accept the fact that maybe there's really evil corruption out there.
Yeah.
The government would never do that. I'm like, you really believe that? You really believe everybody's just,
Look what the Dems and the January 6th committee is doing. I mean, they just put I forget what his name is in jail for contempt of Congress here's the thing also, Peter Navarro, that's his name. Peter Navarro just got convicted for contempt of Congress for failing to provide documents for the January 6th committee. Here's the thing. It was an illegal request. He had no requirement to present that. Now, to give you the actual legal reason for that, I can't do that. I forget what it was. I used to know, but Peter Navarro, they had no real authority to force him to do that. Now, Hunter Biden, actually committed real contempt of Congress. Congress had the constitutional right to subpoena him, and he gave them a big fuck you, and he's not getting shit. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, there's so much I can go over, obviously, with how corrupt, the entire January 6th thing is, worse than 9/11. We almost lost our democracy that day. So, I mean, you want to say that you can't believe that someone would be so corrupt? Just look at that shit. It's so obvious.
Well, I mean, you can just go back through history of the federal government. I mean, look at the CIA and all the things that they did to the United States American people. I mean, you look at all the stuff that they did out in San Francisco with all the LSD experiments and making people randomly drop acid and the, all the MK Ultra shit and everything else. I mean, they were literally torturing and trying to reprogram American citizens. We got the CDC that allowed, syphilis to spread through that Tuskegee experiment. Right, where they let syphilis go on for decades in these people, even though they could cure them, but they told them all kinds of other shit, so they just so they could study the long-term effects of it. Trust me, your government's done some really fucked up shit to its American citizens in the past.
As soldiers, you guys know that better than any because they've done it to soldiers. You said this, Tuskegee, You have, all those things they've done to soldiers, testing shit on them, different drugs, different stuff. Yeah, and that's to soldiers protecting this country. They would do that. Do you think they wouldn't do that to normal citizens? That
What's up, Les Grossman Original on Rumble? He just subscribed to the Rumble channel. Welcome if you're brand new here. He says, how do you think the feds will react to the convoy that is headed to the border? Dude, the convoy's been flooding over the border ever since Biden became president, man.
No, I think he's talking about, I don't know if he's talking about the one. So apparently there's a bunch of truckers from the U.S. on a convoy to the border.
Really?
And I don't know if that's what he's talking about. Yeah, it's how Canada did it?
Yeah.
So talking about so he's talking about with the conflict that's going on between Texas and the feds right now. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so I don't know if he's talking about the convoy headed north or the convoy of truckers that are headed over there to go support. Which I don't know what exactly they're going to do there, but
he says February 2nd.
Yeah, that's the one he's talking. He says that's the one he's talking about is the trucker one.
Yeah,
I hadn't even heard about that.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do like a Canadian trucker.
Like another so South Eagle Pass supposedly. So you're saying that it's another just like the trucker rally up in Canada during the COOF.
I've seen it a couple of times. I don't think it's got a whole lot of traction, but I mean it's still kind of new, so I don't know how big that's going to get.
Oh, look who decided to show up. Oh, go ahead, Jesse.
There
Sorry,
she
I was on
is.
another stream. I was doing anime weeb shit.
Yeah, I know. Your priority is no longer here.
I'm fucking here right now, aren't I?
An
I got
hour
that
late.
Butt hurt shit.
Oh yeah, the bitch.
What's up, guy? You just missing a good hour-long conversation about this pipe bomb crap that was supposedly happened on January 6th and all the new evidence that just came out.
That
That's
video of
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, just complete and total bullshit. So yeah, but we'll move on from that because we talked about it for an entire hour. What is this? There's a spot between LA and San Fran where the air loops. Why smog's so bad in LA and feds unleashed airborne things to test on citizens. Yeah, I saw airborne and it piqued my interest. I didn't know. Talking about different kind of airborne.
Airborne testing. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to since we're talking about the border, let's get onto this shit. So the fucking I've got my tabs out of order. That sucks. So the Supreme Court, SCOTUS, voted 5-4 against Texas and said that you need to cut that barbed wire. So also to up everything, catch everyone up, Texas decided that the federal government is completely worthless and has taken upon themselves to secure the border. And they have complete constitutional right to do so. I'll go into. I even have the section that authorizes them to do this. What's up?
It's not that they can cut it. It's saying that the federal government has the right to cut the wire away, but it doesn't say that Texas doesn't have the right to put the wire up. So the second they cut the wire, Texas has the legal right to then put it right back. They just can't tell the federal government they can't cut it down. So they're just going to keep replacing the wire they cut.
My point exactly. As soon as the SCOTUS saw that, Greg Abbott replied with a big middle finger and said, "You know what? We're putting up more barbed wire."
Yep.
Does that Supreme Court ruling say anything about access to the Shelby Park and the Eagle Pass?
Well, so this entire area, this is where they've secured that area. I do not believe it has anything to do with that. It is specifically referring to the barbed wire, this fucking area that they have secured along the border. I do know that that park is being secured by Texas National Guard and the sheriffs, I believe. Yeah. And I believe there's nothing in there saying that they have to allow the feds in.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they hold, they stick with their with whatever their plan is in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is that the feds gave them a deadline that expired a while ago. Actually, I think it expired on the day last Thursday when we talked about this last time, and so they're holding true. Now we have. I guess the number has been increasing all day today. More and more states have officially given their support to Texas to support them, even talk about sending their own National Guard to support Texas. And last time I checked, it was 15 states.
Last I saw,
it's up to 25.
And I know it's gone up even higher than that. So we're up to 25 now.
Yeah, our governor just threw his support behind that thing.
That's great. That's great. Now, here's the thing, though, is I talked about it at the beginning when we first mentioned this. Joe Biden, for one, Joe Biden's not running anything. I guarantee he doesn't even know where or what Texas is anymore. So who's running this country? The fucking psycho leftists. They're the ones who are implementing all this ridiculous crap and destroying our country right now because they have no fucking clue what they're doing or what they're talking about. They, I guarantee, would have no problem to push this to a point where it actually could become a shooting battle between Texas, the National Guard, and the feds, because the psychos are running the asylum right now.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I keep hearing the certain people asking that Biden should federalize the National Guard. I don't exactly know what that means, other than probably just take it over and
Yeah.
That's what I was going to get to next. In fact, yeah, you have this idiot right here, Joaquin Castro, who is a Texas senator, actually says in this tweet, Governor Greg Abbott is using Texas National Guard to obstruct and create chaos at the border. If Abbott is defying yesterday's Supreme Court ruling, the president needs to establish sole federal control of the Texas National Guard now.
Never will
I can't stand Castro. I think he has a twin brother. It's just as douchey.
It would never happen. Texans are completely loyal to Texas. They hate the federal government. They always talk about wanting to succeed. Do you really think these Texas National Guards are going to be like, yeah, we'll just totally side with this president that we totally hate against our state that we love? Bullshit. They're going to fucking take all the military equipment we have stored down there, and they're going to move it out of those bases so that the government can't take it back, and they'll be ready to use it against any freaking troops from outside of the state that come in.
Yeah, that I want that to be true. The only, I guess the thing I would say is the ones at the top in charge of the National Guard, the guy with his star, who's no longer, one of the boys on the ground, or one of the troops necessarily. He's now a bureaucrat. He's a politician.
Yep.
And what if this guy, this whoever he is, lives in Austin and he's hardcore Democrat, and the president calls up this general or the Secretary of Defense saying, hey, you report to me now, not to the governor of Texas. And he's like, Roger that, sir. And then it's going to trickle on.
Follow him. I don't think the men would follow him, not against Texas. I mean, in California, absolutely, because we're, but in Texas, like I said, they are Texans first and foremost. It's in their blood. If you try to say you're going to go against Texas for Biden, like I said, he would be committing suicide at that point, because his own men would be like, yeah, fuck this motherfucker.
I would hope so, but the way people are in the military, I mean, like, I've had really good leaders, and like a company start at the bottom. I've had a platoon leader, a PL, that I trusted wholeheartedly with my life, and if he said to jump or to cross the desert or whatever, like, I wouldn't ask a question, because I trusted him 100%. That PL puts his trust in in our company commander, as do I, 100%, without question. And and it's kept us alive. And then that goes up to the battalion commander and the brigade commander, division commander. At some level, there's like, where does that not loyalty, but where does that break? And when it's coming even from the top down.
Yeah, and even another level, you're go ahead,
Sorry, Adam. No.
Well, okay, so even at a different level, when you're looking at like National Guard, these dudes have been together forever. National Guard is not like the regular military, where you spend 3 years here, 3 years there. You have had the same fucking chain of command forever. You know these guys. You know them well. You've known them your entire fucking military career. So yeah, that entire idea is really off. I have no idea how I would react, but so yeah, there's two ways. You're absolutely right, Rob, that there is that possibility. You could have that person up there who's nothing more than a politician, wants to get another star, wants his career to keep going. But yeah, the boots on the ground guys, they would be. Yeah, they'll fight for Texas.
I'm hoping they're like what Devil is saying, diehard Texans, no matter what. But soldier's a soldier, man. Yeah.
And I know what you mean, man. It's like I say all the time, when you're in the military, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. I never question anything.
It's not even just drinking the Kool-Aid. Some of it is you're only given so much information depending on what rank you're at, what level you're at. Like, it comes from the top, but like, the top might want to leave on a convoy at 8 a.m, and it just trickles down that you get there earlier and earlier and earlier, and you're awake at 5 or at 4, and you got to be there at 5. Like, you're only given so much information, and it's piecemealed as it trickles down, at least in the military. Like, you're told where to be, what to have, what to do when you're the lowest level.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might not have all the information. And in this situation, I would hope that it was you're seeing other Americans there.
Right.
Like you're seeing the border. You're seeing what's happening. Don't shoot citizens or, that type of situation. Like hopefully, yes. But you don't know what they've been told at that level. Like you're kind of just told to show up, do your job, and it might be a lie, it might not, and you don't know who's the one that gave you the lie, if it is a lie type of thing.
Yeah.
Not to black pill it. I also have the hope that Devil does.
Yeah. And there's another angle to this too, which I'll get at right after this. Apparently, you need a shout out there, gal. Because you bought a custom item from the merch store of Real Waiting Action Gaming clips. What'd you buy?
Nice.
You got another hat. Look at that! Yeah. Shout out.
I'm just not taking my beanie off because it's freaking cold.
Yeah.
I got like one more thing on that, and it's more to Devil's point too. Is like, of all the people, Texans have been dealing with this the worst. So maybe, with the in-person, real-time problem that they've been dealing with for several years has a different effect as it would any other state in America. So like if those orders come down from the top, from General so-and-so, and everybody's like, we're committed to this. We've already put up these walls, and we want to protect our state. And I could see it going that way too, man. It's I can go either way, man. It's crazy.
Well, the other angle on this though is we're coming into, we are in election season. We're less than a year away from the election. Yeah. And as Bongino always talks about, elections and campaigns are all about sound bites and clips or image clips. What do you think it would be like? What do you think do you think there's anyone in this country that would look at this image that the president of the United States is so determined to open up our border and let these people in illegally that he federalizes the National Guard to take them away from Texas, they're only being used to stop these people? That is not a good image, and it would kill any chance. Obviously we're pretty sure we're all aware that Biden already has a slim chance of beating Trump as it is, but that right there would absolutely destroy his campaign. There's no chance he'd win pulling that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, because look at Ruby Ridge, look at freaking Waco. Incidences like that where the everyone turns against these federal government entities. It never works out good. It taints them. So he doesn't want to be known as the president that literally started a battle on United States soil that killed how many Americans? You don't get over that. You don't go around that. That's in history. That's marked down in a book. He doesn't want to be a president that has that on his, in his page right there. Biden started a war with his own people.
So the only thing I have with that is I call him O Biden for a reason. It might be Biden's name that goes down, but Biden's just a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
He's not thinking any such thing. He's thinking about the fucking diaper.
Yeah.
what flavor pudding he's gonna have that night?
Yeah.
Is it tapioca? Is it tapioca?
So I'm going back to the point. Yeah, he's not in charge. Going back to that point that I even made that earlier. Yeah, he's not in charge. So would these people be willing to push him into or push our military, do this even though they know it will kill his campaign, it will destroy his career? Yeah, they could do it. But it will also destroy the Democrats. That's the thing. They don't care about Biden, but it will kill the Democrats. that right there would more likely. That would probably likely get us the House, Congress, or House, Senate, and the fucking White House all at once. So these people are psychos. They're maniacs, but there's going to be somebody in there who's going to say this is not a good move for our party.
So I was doing a little research in the background because we were asking about the Texas military, and since Rob was bringing up how their leadership goes. So this is an interesting article because I looked up who the person was in charge of the Texas National Guard. It's actually an Air Force general, surprisingly enough.
Well, that's not too surprising because we have the same thing, and the National Guard and the Air Guard are the one and the same.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's all the guard.
It looks like the guy in charge of all the enlisted looks like a Marine, but it could be some Army. I don't know. I don't always recognize you guys' higher ranks. But anyway, this is the interesting thing. So this article is entitled right here: Greg Abbott defies Supreme Court, sets up border standoff. Right. But so the general obviously didn't make any official announcements, but this is quite interesting. The Texas Military Department's top officer also signaled quiet defiance in remarks made to agency staff during a Tuesday morning meeting, according to a source familiar with his comments. Military Times and the Texas Tribune verified the identity of the source who requested anonymity, obviously. Air Force Major General Thomas Sulzer was appointed by Abbott to oversee the Texas National Guard and the Texas State Guard as the agency's adjutant general. He told staff that he believes the ruling only permits Border Patrol to cut through obstacles to retrieve stranded migrants, the source said. Sulzer added that his troops will repair any obstacles destroyed by federal agents, and his troops won't allow the feds to set up migrant processing centers in the areas they've blocked. So this is supposedly coming from the guy in charge of the Texas National Guard. That doesn't sound like a guy that'd be very interested in, lapping up to Biden and doing what he's told. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's damn good to hear. And man, we've gotten this damn long, and I completely forgot to announce drinking game rules to apply. Everybody, any single super chat and do social $20 or more, and we do shots. Only been an hour and 16 minutes. I forgot to do that. But also I forgot to resupply my beer. So I'm drinking
Adam
water.
basically just said, I'm not drunk enough for this shit. Can y'all help
Yeah.
each other out?
Right?
Damn right. But we'll when we gotta do a chug of to do a social, let's just assume this is vodka I'm drinking here.
There you go.
Oh yeah, because I failed to. I always keep a supply of whiskey. That's one thing I always do have, but I forgot to get the beer. But yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show this too. I want to show. Let's see. Here is the constitutional Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3 of the Constitution. No state shall, without the consent of Congress, lay any duty of tonnage, keep troops or ships of war in time of peace, enter into any agreement or compact with any other state, or with foreign power, or engage in war unless actually invaded or in such imminent danger as they will not admit of delay. That's very wordy, but it does say right there, unless actually invaded. And there is no way, you can't make the argument that this is a legit 100% invasion going through the Texas southern border. And the federal government is not doing anything. So under this article, Texas absolutely has the authority to protect their borders, stop this invasion, and get the support from other states aligned with Texas to help them in that mission.
Well, they did, to be fair, I did watch a thing on Shapiro today, and he was talking about it. He said the problem is that it is supposed to be, if they don't have to wait for the government to give them permission. If literally like the cartel was driving armored vehicles across the border and stuff like that, they don't have to wait for permission to defend Texas in that way. This, they said he doesn't think it would hold up. But that's not the only reason they're taking it. That's only one of the things they're saying gives them permission. The other one is on much more solid ground. But that particular one, he said, is very. It doesn't seem like it would stand up because technically he's classifying it as invasion, but it's not. If any of the law was as invasion, and as invasion, what they were talking about was literally somebody coming in with an army or a force to. That's what they meant by invasion. So they don't think the Supreme Court would read it that way.
I get that there's semantics there, but I'm sure that you cannot you cannot change that to require that it has to be like a military invasion or a violent invasion. I mean, in fact, it is a violent invasion. We just got pictures of a border agent who got his head smashed in. We have violence happening on our border all the time because of these coyotes and the cartel and everything. So I think that example right there, the fact that there is violence happening by these people, their border agents are being injured, they're being killed. This is a violent invasion.
Well, yeah, you think that, but Devil's point is it's a matter of law when it comes down. Like you're bringing up the constitutional argument. Well, it has to be argued via the law. And so the definition of it, that might be your definition, but what's the actual law, the definition in law for it? Because that's the argument that has to be made because it has to be done in the courts. And the Supreme Court, I can't remember who I was watching. I think it was Viva Barnes' video or something where they were talking about how, this was a 5-4 decision by the Supreme Court because sure, it's a conservative court, but most like the conservatives that voted in that 5, those are the ones that want to be federally controlling everything. They're the ones that you don't really want, that we shouldn't have appointed, that we celebrated being appointed. They're not really for the people. They're for the federal government. They're the jackbooted thugs type rather than for the people. Yeah.
And no matter what, our Supreme Court is not a conservative court because we did not get all conservatives on there that we thought. They are absolute. I think they're legitimate. I think that they actually are conservative, but I think that maybe maybe they're on a certain list.
Conservative.
Yeah. No, I think that some of them are on a certain list that we talked about before, and they are being played. And anyways, hello, Jess over on. Well, wait, that's Jesse. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Perdito.
Yeah, Birdie News over there. Ruben's over there. Ruben Haynes is over there.
Yep. We got 31 people watching over there and 31 people watching over here on YouTube. That's 62 people all together. That's a pretty damn good number. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let's see. I do want to share this because I think this is another good argument for the fact that we're being invaded by violent individuals. For anyone who hasn't seen this clip, this individual just crossed our border illegally. This guy right over here. Watch what he has to say to this journalist who's just simply asking him some simple questions like, where are you from?
By the way, if you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're going to know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
Soon. By the way.
Yeah, we did find out who he is. And it's not good. Let me pull up this other page here. This individual who just threatened, said, you will know who I am soon. Mossam Samadov. He is a terrorist organization leader, Muslim terrorist leader. He got sentenced to 12 years in jail for trying to overthrow his country of Azerbaijan. I've never heard that word named out before. Nature of charges: arms trafficking and illicit use of weapons, criminal premeditation and conspiracy, terrorism, treason, and sedition, unlawful disobedience. That dude right there just crossed our border. He just got released from jail last year. And what's the first thing he does? He came over here. I found an article that says he wasn't even supposed to leave his country, but he managed to get over here through our southern border.
Yeah.
So we give up the Merchant of Death, free him for a dumbass bitch, and then we allow the Merchant of Death light to just cross our borders smugly and happily.
Making threats. You will soon know who I am. Why would that be?
Fucked our country so much.
Yep.
I fucking cannot. God damn it.
That's what that guy does. That's what his sole purpose is. He creates cells. He creates terrorist cells. That's it. That's what he does. he's good, and we're seeing here saying, oh, he's just coming here for what, asylum,
A better
like,
life.
yeah,
Yeah.
like no, he.
Yeah, dude. So the Azerbaijan, they fought with us in 03. They were part of the what did they call us? The coalition, or what did they call us back then?
What do they call us?
In 2003 when we invaded Iraq.
Yeah, our coalition you talk about with Britain and Australia and all that. Yeah, yeah, it was like
so they were included.
Probably a
We had a small unit of them attached to us, and they were pretty hardcore. Like they were pretty old school, religious, like violent. We had to like rein them in a couple of times, but I think now Azerbaijan, I think, is in some kind of like crazy dispute with Armenia or something like that, and there's like a bunch of bad stuff coming out of that region of the country. But it's crazy. This guy found his way at the southern border somehow.
Yeah, he was not even supposed to leave the country. He was still basically on probation or whatever you call it for those guys. He was not even supposed to leave the country, but somehow he snuck out, got to our southern border, and now he's in this country making threats. He was a terrorist organization leader. How many more guys from his terror group crossed that border when he went across? How many people in that video are part of his organization? And why'd we let him in?
How many people did 9/11, and how many of people from that part of the country have come in the past 6 months? A lot more than did 9/11. He could have a literal force here already, and we wouldn't know shit about it.
Over the country.
Yep.
They are everywhere. They are all over our fucking country now. And they very well could be an entire web. They very well could be communicating with each other and organizing something that will... You want to talk about, January 6th was worse than 9/11? Let's see what these fuckers do.
Yeah.
God, deja fucking vu. I don't know how many months ago we've been talking about this. Fucking the borders, and just I am worried about what the fuck is going to happen because we keep letting in these women and children who are refugees, except they're all fucking 18 to 35-year-old.
Yep.
And it'll be another reason they use to go back over there, start another war. They'll cost your brothers in blue their freaking lives for bullshit, because they won't tell us that this guy was in charge of it. If he did do something, they'll cover it up, say, oh, we had no idea it was going to happen, and just go start another war, right? That's
well, I guarantee. I mean, in this case, I have full. I've already talked about this when we're talking about what are they going to do for the next election, because they're going to do something. They're going to make something happen that's going to make the excuse to rig the next election, to do mail-in ballots or whatever. Yeah. And this is my theory, again, just a theory, that they are allowing these people to be in here so that they can use that as an excuse to say it's too dangerous with all these terrorists, with all this violence. It could be continuous violence from these people hiding in our country, terrorist cells everywhere. And they'll use that. They could use that as an excuse to say it's too dangerous to go to the voting booths. You have to stay in and mail in your ballot so you don't get killed by a terrorist. Just my theory. What do you guys think?
I mean, at this point, I don't put anything past them. But it's one of those things the nice part about our country is, much like kind of what we saw during all of the events of 2020 and the couple of years afterwards, this kind of enforcement only works from the federal government if the states comply. And a lot of the time, states don't like to comply very much sometimes with federal authority when it comes to things like that. So you'd have to do something on a pretty intense level scale to be able to get all 50 states to go along with it again. So that's where I would be really curious to see, not curious to see, horrified to see what they would try to do to get that to happen. But I don't know how many people would comply.
Here's if there's
I guess.
if there's continuous violence, and I'm talking like 9/11 style, like they are fucking killing people left and right in a fucking massive way. I mean, like war on our homeland. Then I could see people. I could see the media be able to scare people enough to convince people to stay in, so they don't go out and get killed.
Well,
I could see that happen.
Have you ever heard of the Bubba effect?
We got Bubba motherfucking Ford.
Well, so the Bubba effect is a situation where the reason why you don't want your local municipality to get completely out of a hand, because at some point, and this has happened several times in cities across the United States, this has happened several times where certain things happened, the cops and the local municipalities weren't doing anything about it, and the citizens just took care of the situation. There was a guy that was basically kind of like a wannabe mobster in a town in the South, and he had the freaking entire police department bought off. He had the entire local municipalities bought off and all this kind of stuff. And this guy ended up dying in the middle of the street in broad daylight in public on like Main Street, and everybody saw it, and not a soul said anything about it. So there's a certain point where you're going to push a very armed, mostly polite society to a point where they're going to go, okay, we know who's doing this. We're going to take care of this situation. We have to quell this as well. And that's going to be the really scary part, is when you see roving bands of vigilantes out there taking care of situations that for some reason the federal government's deciding not to handle properly.
Yeah, I remember that guy, Count Dankula, did a thing on it. A Mad Lad. Yeah, the thing is they don't need to make sure that no one goes out and vote. They just need to have it where they get their own party scared enough that they won't go out and vote, because all they need to do is sit there and say, well, all these votes, these mail-in, is because our people wouldn't come out. And that's easy enough to slide a couple boxes extra in every, so often. And that's how you cheat an election. They don't need to get scare conservatives of not going out and voting. It's just scare the liberals, and they're easy to scare. All they have to do is sit there and say, don't come out, guys. It's too dangerous. And look at how they did with COVID. You had COVIDiots 6 months after everything was clear, still wearing masks in their cars going, oh my God, they're going to kill us.
Yeah, I still see that today.
I was going to say, I still see people in their cars. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it's so rare here in central Missouri, but I saw a woman in the grocery store, and they look like zombies. She's wearing a mask, and it's just like her eyes, like she's fucking gone. Like she is not a real person anymore. She is so fucking warped in the head with all this fucking liberal shit. They're fucking zombies, man. They're absolute fucking zombies.
That fucker ain't real.
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't real. That motherfucker right there is not real. So yeah. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. I mean, to take care of the southern border thing, I'll just say this. I think what we need to do is god dang it, that's the wrong fucking one. Hold on.
Catherine's always a good one.
Yeah. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
I lost it.
Real Wade Nation Gaming Clip says he still sees it a lot. And yeah, David P does too. And Mr. Reese.
Unfolding Joker and Rumble. I see Tesla owners charging alone in their cars with a mask on. Any EV, just not just Tesla. I'm just saying.
That's hilarious.
I drove by one of the grocery stores the other day that has Tesla, the charging stations. This dude's sitting in there just texting on his phone while his phone is charging. I'm like, what a fucking miserable way to have to spend your time. You have to sit there for an hour to charge your fucking car.
Yeah.
Even if it was we're not going to talk about what it is, but even if it was that dangerous and it still was even an issue, I'd rather die than live my life like that. I would
That's
rather.
not a life. You're not living life.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly. So yeah, let me get back to my statement. I think that a good, quick way to take care of our issue on the southern border would just be to drop the dildo of consequences on them.
Rarely arrives.
Consequences rarely arrive lubed. So I had to pull something up to lighten up the mood here a little bit.
Oh, that's what I was just about to post something to lighten up the mood in the private chat.
You think that's lightening up the mood in the private chat? Or you were about to post something.
I didn't.
I kind of wish Jeremy was here.
Posted it
Because the second you said dildo, he would like look up and be like, "What? What?"
It would definitely catch his attention.
His eyes would light up. His mouth would start drooling. Yeah.
I'll take that dildo down there personally.
Okay, I saw this video. I saw this pass by to my timeline. I didn't know it was worth checking out. Okay, let's see this. This is a great kids song about clapping. It's an oldie but a goodie. Okay.
Yes.
God,
this is bad.
John, what are you doing there?
Well, I'm clapping my hands.
Well, that looks like fun.
It is fun. You should try it, Levi.
All right, I'll try it. How's it go?
It goes like this. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. Who's got the clap? I do, I do.
Well, that looks like a lot of fun. I want the clap too.
It's really easy. Anyone can get the clap. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. Who wants the clap? I do, I do.
Now you guys, wait a minute. I want the clap too. Now we goes jeepers. I want the clap too.
We've got the clap and we're giving it to you. We've got the clap and we're giving it to you. We've got the clap and we're giving it to you. Who's got the clap? We do, we do. Yeah. And of course, make sure you wash your hands after you've got the clap because you don't want to spread germs or anything. That's just gross.
Oh, I'm so glad you played that.
Oh, that was great.
I tried the same thing when you tell a girl you're giving her herpes, but they're not happy about it.
You got to come up with a good jingle like that.
I'm giving you the herpes. And then she starts crying. It's all, whoa. That went differently than I thought.
Oh, that was good. Thank you for that. I needed that.
That's fucking glorious. That's fucking glorious.
Hey, look at this. We got our first super chat of the night from Clinton House. All right. Thank you for that. Give me a second. Pull my shot. Everyone's good and silent while I do that. That's great. Thank you.
Just read what you said.
Anytime.
Clint House for 20 says mood lighteners are always involve dermy bashings. May 51st gal baseball bat swings. P.S. I don't want the clap. Yes. All right, we will not give you the clap. You are the first, so we will let gal beat down Dermy. But first,
It has begun.
Hey, help me, please.
Stupid Howley. Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
You got him. You got him. Enough.
Are you okay?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
I'll be right back. Hey,
No.
come here.
I think he's out enough.
Seriously, like the blood spots on my face is just a perfect touch. I love that.
Yeah, I got that picture off your thing, and you have just a couple little blood smears. I was all, it's just not enough, so I added a bunch of other ones.
oh, so great. Thank you for that, Clinton House. Appreciate the fuck out of you, man.
Oh yeah, that was my River Tam cosplay. That's what that's from. Yeah, from Serenity and Firefly. Yeah, gotcha. Well done.
I did not even realize that was actually like, I was gonna say real blood, real fake blood. I just assumed it was photoshopped.
Yeah, I should have recognized it, but I didn't. That's funny.
Oh my god. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm gonna play this video. Fucking California, man. Like we're talking about, they're just fucked up cops out there. Cop arrests firefighter in the middle of tending to a wounded civilian because the truck was 1 millimeter over the line. California Highway Patrol. This is not chips. Dun, 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 dun. Nope.
Chula Vista firefighter Jacob Gregoire calls for his supervisor. Only CBS News 8 has this heated exchange between the veteran firefighter and an unnamed CHP officer about the safety of where the fire truck is parked during a rollover accident.
No, you don't have to.
Go fuck yourself. You're the one that's supposed to.
Cops, man.
But you see, it's up for.
Look at
You're
this.
supposed to put your fucking vehicle in front of it so it's not a hazard.
Yeah. Hey, you don't even need that. The fucking fire truck has goddamn fucking lights all over it. I don't think there's a risk of it getting hit.
Well, we could save that guy's life, or we could back up 2 or 3 times and, so we could get this thing centered up. We wouldn't want to break a little traffic law where we're trying to save some person's life.
That's the whole point of That's the whole point of emergency vehicles and all them big flashing pretty lights is so they can break the normal traffic laws and get to places they need to get to and be in spots that normally you can't park in. Like, that's the whole point.
It's the same thing like when a cop pulls over somebody for speeding or whatever, they always park at an angle to have their vehicle protrude out slightly so that people will go around the cop car and not hit the person in front because the cop is now responsible for the safety of that person. So they always park, and fire trucks do the same fucking thing. They're parked at an angle like this to keep people from driving into and hitting or, driving their vehicle into the scene and hitting people. They're perfectly in their right to do this. But no, this is the result of what California has become, that even the cops are this fucking stupid.
Yeah. Dude, I get on scroll. What do you call it? When you just start scrolling nonstop? Doom scrolling on all these videos of these cops doing shit like this. It's infuriating.
I mean, arresting a firefighter?
Yeah.
On the scene trying to save people's lives, and you arrest a first responder, a firefighter. I'm wondering if at the fucking firefighter police baseball game, if this firefighter didn't just throw a pitch and hit this cop in the balls is what actually happened.
What balls?
Yeah, I feel like,
Little
man,
dick energy.
There's got to be some more to this for it to escalate to this level. There's got to be more to this other than parking a little bit too far over.
Are you sure? It's California.
Well, I mean, the cop does say, "I told you to move the vehicle," and the firefighter is saying that we're trying to do this, and then the cop just said his entire reason to do this is just because he wouldn't listen to him and move the fire truck.
I don't know.
Maybe it was a firefighter being a little confrontational. Probably.
Flying fuck.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's my point. He probably was. He's probably saying, hey, we're trying to do our fucking job here and save these people while you do your fucking job and control the traffic.
Exactly.
That is exactly what he's supposed to do. He probably got in the cop's face, but the cop refused to do his fucking job. At that point, these guys right there in fucking yellow vests are there to save the life of those people. That cop right there, his job is to protect that area and keep people and control the damn traffic. It's not the job of the fucking firefighter to move his damn truck. That cop should have taken care of traffic. That's his fucking job.
Little dick energy. They laid him out. He didn't measure up.
What was the news reporter saying at the end about how there's some discussion about who is in the right and who is in the wrong? It's like the last 15 seconds of the clip or something like that. To protect
emergency crews, patients.
Let me rewind this.
Safely clear the road, but you see, it's up for debate who was in the wrong legally. Firefighters say they park at an angle to protect emergency crews, patients, and drivers.
We're in the middle of patient care with patients on the freeway. They're putting him in handcuffs at this time and walking him away.
Hey, I just want to. He's arrested me for.
Yeah. Then
so he's supposed to say that they park at the angle for that very reason, to block all that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Fuck him.
Because
Fuck
if you have your truck straight forward like that and somebody's not paying attention and they come up and they clip your truck, they're just going to keep going forward. If your truck is straight. If it's at an angle like that, they hit that and it diverts that car off. It doesn't go into whatever accident is in front of them. It shoots off to the side because the truck obviously is a lot heavier.
Yeah.
There's a purpose to it. And so this guy, you know what the worst part is? He's probably going to get busted a little bit because I'm sure his whoever's above him doesn't want the heat that's going to come with this. But he's still not going to get any real punishment because the unions. He's not going to get fired for this.
Yeah. They, I mean, yeah, it is true that that they protect their own. That's not. It does suck that there is a lot of corruption when it comes to, you know, people going too far with protecting your own. You know, like we do it in the military. You know, if someone does something fucked up, then you know you're going to help somebody. You're going to protect. You're going to protect your buddy and all that. But when a cop is really bad, they've really done something fucked up. Even I get pissed off when you see them get a slap on the wrist. There's an extent to this shit, man. And that's why we say, you know, the fucking people on the left, you know, they say all cops are bad. That's what ACAB means. If you ever see someone's profile, it says ACAB. It means all cops are bad. No, not all cops are bad. We'll call out the bad cops. We don't like bad cops, but not all cops are bad cops. We will call out the bad ones, though. But to assume that they're all bad, no. But that cop right there, that's a bad cop, and we need to call that shit out when it happens.
100%.
And of course, it happened in California.
Yep.
So proud.
No surprise.
My state once again disappoints.
California and DC, man. I mean, look at it. I would not trust a single fucking cop in DC to actually have any real honor. That's why, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, that, like, for the story we were talking about before with the Jan 6 thing, I think there's a reason why that there was so many suicides of cops after January 6th, is because that they were in on it, that they knew what was going on, that they knew that the riots was fake, that it was staged. And some of them knew about the pipe bomb situation, but they couldn't talk about it. Now, what are they being threatened with, to get to a point where, again, I'm only theorizing here, but I think those are some people who had conscience, and they got, like, there's something really bad that they were threatened with to keep their mouth shut, and they chose to kill themselves rather than actually do something about it.
So real quick, Rob, is that case that we just watched that you put in the?
I think so. Like when I pulled it up,
so that happened in 2014.
It was an ongoing thing for.
But like the actual incident that we just watched was in 2014.
It looks like they squashed it. Yeah.
Sorry, before we went too far into the, I just wanted.
No, you're good. I wasn't sure where else I was going to go. So give me a breakdown. You said they squashed it. What do you mean?
Just California cop and firefighter make peace after arrest. Conduct ongoing interdepartment training sessions. Just looks like struggle session.
It's bullshit. It's them saying we have to brush this over because it's looking bad for both of us, which is bullshit.
An unfortunate incident for both departments. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you're right, man. The unions got involved and like squashed this immediately.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way it essentially says, because I'm reading the case thing in the back, it says they were going after the cop for unreasonable seizure, excessive force, and all, like, essentially unlawful imprisonment is what they were trying to go after the cop for after arresting this guy.
Yeah, I mean, imagine, especially California judges, like, what are you guys doing? Get out of here. Go figure this shit out amongst yourselves.
Right.
You wasting out the court's time with this. Frustrating.
Yeah, maybe the firefighter fucked the cop's wife too. I mean, who knows?
That's why I was saying it might be something more.
Some
maybe
history there.
Yeah,
dude, I've talked about that.
Maybe the cop fucked the firefighter. It was a lover's quarrel. It is California.
That happened. I think it was up in Atlanta. Cop, I guess, recognized it was a traffic stop, and I guess he recognized the guy. And the cop and the other police that were around to beat the shit out of this dude. He ended up dying.
What?
And
I remember hearing
turns
about
out that it was more than just a normal traffic stop. It was there was some history between the two guys and the ex or something like that. And I was like, now you're getting the full story.
Well, and wasn't that
Yeah.
the same city that had like drastically lowered their requirements for getting into the police department? It ended up like 3 or 4 of the guys ended up having like gang backgrounds or some shit.
Yeah.
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 But
That
was last year
video was
sometime.
ugly. Yeah, that video
yeah.
was ugly.
I think it was all like the house cameras that caught it, and then they finally released the what do you call it, the body cams and stuff.
I want to play one more video before we close things out over here. I saw this. You guys, yeah, this is at a comedy show. I have no fucking clue what happened here. Check this out.
Buddy. Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. Hey, how are you? What do we got? A migrant here? Hey, what's going on? Oh, jeez. Everything all right? Just want to make sure everybody's good here. What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Hey. Anything can happen at a comedy show.
Now,
can you rewind it real quick to the beginning?
That it's not done. Hold on, it's not done. That was weird enough. Watch what else happens here.
Party thing. Oh god, somebody got tased. Oh boy. Okay. Oh wait, whoa! I really froze there. I went Mitch McConnell. All right. All right. Okay. What the fuck?
Keep it gets weirder. Keep watching.
Is this a bit?
Nope. I mean, maybe, but
guys, everything's fine. We just had a momentary interruption.
This chick.
Just get up, get out the taping. Guys, can we get out?
She looks frazzled.
Yeah.
The producers of the show. Yeah, we just need everybody to get out, please.
now they're telling everyone to leave.
Nice and slow,
What the fuck?
Can you go to
What
the
the
very
fuck was
beginning
that?
when that
Yeah.
guy goes on stage?
Yeah.
Buddy. Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. Hey, how are you? What do we got? A migrant here? Hey, what's going on? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because this is weird. What is this guy doing? They just get up and then just stand there awkwardly, weirdly for some reason.
Like he's looking over to the right.
Or to his, yeah.
I wonder if he said something like, I have a device or something like that.
Yeah. You're all going to burn or you're all going to blow up or some shit. Something crazy, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe like they took this guy away and then he said, "Oh yeah, there's a bomb in there."
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense because they take the comedian off stage. Why would they take him off stage? He's supposed to be there. Obviously, you guys, gigged him to be there.
But
it's weird.
Yeah, all three these people just all joined in and then just boogied the fuck out of there.
You know
and
what?
He's just.
It looks like the
security. Yeah.
It looked like that. It looked like the other black girl had been talking to the bouncer because she's already like next to him when she's coming up there.
You're right. I didn't even notice
there
that.
with him. And then as soon as the bouncer grabs homeboy and goes him out, her and that other chick walk right behind him. So I wonder if all three of them were sitting at the table over there. Maybe he's just really, really fucked up. And they were like, hey, we need to get him out of here because he's fucking, fucking blown or something else.
Well, this also might be a prank. What if somebody called in a bomb threat and said there's a guy in there, he has a yellow beanie on and he has a bomb, and so that's why they reacted like this. It could be some, YouTube stunt. Or some shit.
But wait a minute. So the black girl, so these two, this girl over here to the left and this dude are sitting right there front row.
Right.
Like they're sitting front row. So where did the black girl come from?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It looks like she's been talking to the bouncer. It looks like she's been talking. So she probably went out into the hall. This is just me theorizing because without more footage, we don't know. But she probably went out into the hall and got the bouncer because the bouncer looks like he's with her. And I don't know, that's hard to tell from that angle, but it looks like she's got a hell of a mean mug look on her face right now, too.
But then she takes off with them, though.
Right. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they they were in a group and escorting him out, or who knows?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but then this entire event, all of this afterwards, they take him off stage, they get him out of there, and then the people who are like running the show are like confused. Like she has no idea what to do. And it's not until this next guy comes up and he's like, okay, yeah, she's telling everyone, please stay seated. It's okay. And then the next guy comes up and just like, yeah, y'all need to leave. What the fuck?
I think somebody called in. That's why he got up on stage and they took him off that quickly. That wasn't just a bouncer saying, dude, you got to get down. What are you doing? That was like them saying, get him out of the room. So I think, like I said, this might be a stunt or something, but somebody might have called in and said, you have a guy in there. He's wearing a yellow beanie. He threatened to, do something bad.
Check this shit
And
out.
so he saw them coming and he saw the bouncer coming in and looking at him. That's why he got up on stage. And, that's why I'm thinking probably.
Is this okay?
Yeah, I just posted this today.
Go ahead and read that.
Yeah, this is an update from TMZ. So, as it turns out, we're all duped by whatever happened at Mark Norman's set last night, because now the comedy club itself is saying it was all a stage stunt. Regarding last night, we received a handful of inquiries regarding a viral clip of our club being evacuated last night. First and foremost, nobody was harmed or injured. The disruption was part of a filming by Hi, the producers that rented out our venue for the night. So, since this took on a bit of a wild narrative, if you were in attendance of this taping, we'd love to host you for an actual show for free. Please email us.
Dude, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, no shit.
If you go up, you're on a date or something, you go to this club and then you get, I'd be
my
furious.
God.
Man, all of our stories keep on being weirdly not what they seem to be.
Strange concept.
I mean, at least we're finding the information.
At least this one we're able to get to the bottom of this one. Everything else, like, no fucking clue. Dude, I'll tell a real quick story too. I was dating this girl up in St. Louis, and for New Year's, we decided to go to the comedy club up there. Didn't know who this guy was. We just knew that there was a special, like, New Year's Eve. You watch the comedy show and you're there for the for the countdown and everything. So we did that, and like I said, didn't know the guy. Really wish I'd done some research on him, because he was just a full libtard, anti-Trump. Fucking every single other joke he had was fucking ripping on Trump. And we were stuck there. We're like, well, this is our plan. We were stuck there for the entire fucking thing until midnight. And I remember looking around, even the fucking couple to my right, they were just as fucking pissed. I mean, we were just fucking pissed. Like, you motherfucker, you have us stuck here for 2 fucking hours or an hour, whatever it was, so we can listen to you just bash Trump and Trump supporters and be stuck here. This is how I'm ringing in the new year. Fuck. Yeah, that sucked. I was pissed.
Yeah, I don't understand that derangement. Like, I'm not a fan of Biden, but I don't spend every single waking moment posting about it, tweeting about it, making videos about it, ranting to my friends about it.
Yeah,
man, they have like
function.
It's like a religion, man.
It's a cult.
It's cult. Yeah, I mean, why do you want to subject people to that? I mean, he even told us in the beginning, he's like, if there's any Trump supporters out there, you're probably not going to like this. Like, great. I'm stuck here for fucking New Year's Eve with this shit. Great start to the new year. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. So, I mean, I was probably just as pissed having to deal with that crap as I would be pissed off I had to fucking get subjected to that and find out it's all fucking fake bullshit. So, anyways, that's the show for tonight, everybody. I'm actually upset at myself. I completely forgot to check out Rumble Studio yesterday. I was going to give it another try and see if they fixed some of the stuff. Should have tried that. We could have done that today. Could have pulled up some chat. Would have been great, because obviously, I mean, we've still got 30 people watching over on Rumble right now. If we can get Rumble Studio to work, you guys, we're going to do that on Thursday. What I think we're going to do is we'll do it YouTube and Rumble at the same time. We'll have YouTube run for a little bit and then go Rumble exclusive for the remainder of the show. And hopefully, if Rumble Studio is working right, I can actually highlight y'all's chat. And I can't wait to fucking do that, because I love Rumble. I love all you guys watching over there. And I feel really bad that I can't give you the proper love that you deserve. So that being said, also remember Skinamax Saturday on 10 o'clock. We're about to go around the horn and say goodbye to everybody. But remember Skinamax Saturday. We were going to have Epic Mike this week, but he had to reschedule. But we do have Epic Mike coming up. We have Quarter Black Garrett coming up. I forget what day. And 17th. Yep, 17th. So, and also I will be in Orlando in about 5 days, I think. Well, at least I'm picking up my car. I'm going to start my 18-hour drive to Orlando. I am not flying. Fuck that. But yeah,
it's better than my 27-hour drive. So if I were going, but I'm not.
Yeah, I would. EC says, howdy, Adam. What's up? Is that yeah, EC's the great military restaurant here at the lake, owned by a Navy veteran, and I think it's his stepson who helps there as a Coast Guard. He's a Coastie. What is up, Scotty Simmons? Hey, happy to have you guys here. Oh, Scotty, wait, I know exactly who Scotty is. Marine vet. Okay, just click. We're going to have Scotty on Saturday. Yes, Scotty's going to be here. Say again?
This Saturday?
This Saturday. He will be on this Saturday. He is a Marine Corps vet, 0331 Infantry. Can't wait to have you on Skinamax Saturday, Scotty. Looking forward to it, man.
Make me feel insufficient. Thanks. Just kidding.
You're just going to have more of your fucking Marine shit to go with, at least.
Man, now I got to buy extra crayons.
I know, man. We're already running out. Gal keeps eating them.
I mean, if they're delicious, they're delicious. It's not my fault.
Looking forward to having you on, Scotty. Looking forward to it, man. So, all right, you showed up a little bit late. We're going to wrap this up. Good conversation. Went for 2 hours. Appreciate the fuck out of everybody. Devil made me do it. My awesome editor and editor-in-chief or whatever makes our fucking thumbnails and our funny videos and all that. What do you got going on, buddy?
Got Beelzebub tomorrow night. We are doing karaoke night at the pub. It's gonna be don't forget the lyrics type of game. Got that coming up. Then we've got 80s boy cartoons tier list on Get Ranked this week. Should be fun. And then next week I'm not sure. It depends on if Adam's going to be back, if we'll do the military one. If not, we'll put it off a couple weeks. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do that. And I'm going to be in Orlando at that time.
Yeah, we'll have to push it back. So I'll figure something out. Don't know what we'll do, but we'll do something.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Green-haired anti-liberal. We call her gal. What's going on with your channel there, Marine?
I dropped a video last week. Go check that out. If you're interested in comics, it's a review of the Rippaverse Alpha Core #1. And follow me on Twitter so you can know what streams and stuff I'm on.
Yeah. Like every fucking day.
Yeah. But I mean, my main ones are Vets Talking, Knife Hands, Ballbusters tomorrow.
Wait.
Skinamax. What?
And what? What show?
Knife Hands.
Yes, there we go.
And then Samuel the Infamous, 4 p.m. I always skip Beelzebub because generally Devil talks about it, but I'm on that too. And then Skinamax Saturday.
All right, cool. Appreciate the fuck out of you there, YouTube superstar. Big Rob, 75th Ranger Regiment, retired. What do you got going on, man?
Just follow me on Twitter, RGR_Bob, and then a slow drip of content coming out on my YouTube and Rumble channels, Big Rob 99.
Awesome. It. And definitely everyone out there, check out the Ready Room or readyroom.org, the amazing military veteran charity that Big Rob over here does. Helping veterans be able to get out and do awesome things like go to Disney World and just get out and have a great day to get all that bad shit out of your head. Awesome fucking awesome donation, awesome program. So please do check out that website, and if you're feeling generous, drop some bucks over there for the readyroom.org. Would be greatly appreciated.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. You definitely deserve it. And Jesse, the common nerd, Air Force veteran, helping me with the comments and everything else. Appreciate the fuck out of you, man. Appreciate it. How you doing? What you got going on?
Tomorrow morning I've got $5 Fridays over on my Rumble channel. If you haven't come check out that, please come subscribe to the Rumble or follow us over there on Rumble. I'm live over there Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Tomorrow is $5 Fridays, which is a special kind of show that we do because my Fridays are normally a little freer in the afternoons. So what we do on Fridays is we do the normal 2-hour show, and then for every $5 donation, we go for another 5 minutes of the show. And so like our record is like 3:30. So so 2.5 hours has been our record so far. We haven't been able to beat that yet, but yeah, that's what we do. And basically it gets to a certain point where you guys just get to decide what we do for like the next like hour of the show, because eventually we run out of news articles to talk about. So we've gone from everything to watching like Doctor Who on Fridays to just watching trailers and all kinds of stupid videos that my chat finds. It's a good time. And then tomorrow night, and then I've got a new YouTube channel that as soon as my schedule gets a little more straightened out with the brand new newborn baby, come subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to that. I think we're like 78 subscribers to that new YouTube channel over there, the Common Nerds. Pop culture content, a bunch of shorts, stuff like that is what we're putting out over there. Same kind of stuff I was putting out before, just basically trying to get something up and running all over again. So we're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the month. If you haven't already, come check that new channel out. And then, yeah, other than that, I got comic book shop tomorrow night, Friday night. And then, Saturday night, we got Vets Talking. I'll probably be streaming some, Hell Pie this weekend because our friend out there in the chat, Jim Bone, got me that, and I need to play that. So hopefully we're going to find some time this weekend to play some of that. So come check that game out. I have no idea what's going to go on with that, but it sounds like it's going to be fun. So yeah. And then of course, Bible study, 2 p.m. Sundays. And then 6 p.m. our review of Doctor Who with Sunker Maiden and Mr. Grant Gregory. We've been reviewing good episodes of Doctor Who. We're starting with the Eccleston years and just kind of going forward. We've been doing about 3 episodes a week on that, and everybody has a really good time watching that. We've even made some new Doctor Who fans that had never seen the show before, so it's a good time over there. Come check that out with us on Sunday nights. So busy.
Awesome. Appreciate the fuck game, and still can't believe you're able to do all that while dealing with a child number 20, brand new newborn.
Yeah, go subscribe to my locals too. I'm broke. I need money for diapers.
You are a better man than me. I can tell you that much. I won't be able to deal with it. But again, thank you all again very much. I thought I had something else I was going to say. I forgot. But check out Skin Max Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern. And always here every single Thursday for Knife Hands, 10 o'clock Eastern. Appreciate the fuck out of all of you. Remember, you can go to Vets Talking, drop the gene. You'll find me everywhere on all the socials. We're also on Truth Social. Do subscribe also on our Twitter and Instagram if you want notifications. I always drop the notifications on all those to let everybody know we got videos coming out. Oh, tomorrow, me and Green Haired Anti-Liberal will be reacting to Tom McDonald's new song coming out. Apparently, he's doing a song with oh god, I always forget his name. Jew Boy.
That's not racist.
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. See, I did that before, and you guys knew who I was talking about. So yeah, but yeah,
because I was like, he wouldn't do that again. He wouldn't say that again about
I don't give a fuck. All right. We're not gonna self-censor around here. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, Ben, obviously I don't have a problem with the Jews. I say that because it's funny, okay?
Does it make anti-Semitic that you said that, or does it make anti-Semitic that I knew exactly what you were?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
I don't hate the Jews.
That's okay now, isn't it? I don't know. I get so confused. It's like
it's
trending nowadays.
According to the left, there's nothing wrong. You can hate on the Jews all you want. According to the left, it's all okay, especially if you're a white supremacist Nazi like Ben Shapiro. So yeah, a man who wears a yarmulke all the time is a Nazi. Oh shit, you're not supposed to say that on YouTube, are you? He's a Yahtzee. Anyways, I don't
Well, you
give a
already
fuck.
said it twice, so it's fine.
I know, yeah. But yeah, somehow Ben Shapiro is going to be apparently rapping with Tom McDonald. I'm looking forward to checking it out. So check out that video tomorrow. And that being said, guys, we are going to wrap this up. I greatly appreciate if you double tap that like and subscribe and share this out there with everybody, because you don't got to be a veteran to enjoy this content and laugh along and get pissed off with everything. Just don't get butthurt. You've been warned.